He was wearing camo, like most people up in that part of the world, a lot of camo up there. And he's fly fishing. And fly fishermen and hunters were about the only people that we saw in the river. It was starting to get cold that time of year, but we lucked out with the weather. Okay, next. This picture's taken just a few minutes into paddling, but if you could get rid of all this water here, you would see that the Peace River is what is called a cobble gravel bedded river. And what that means is that the bed of the river is composed of stones, of big boulders. And historically, every spring, the freshet would blast through this river, and it would send those rocks into motion. It was such a violent freshet that it was constantly gouging new channels and creating new islands. It was an amazingly dynamic place. But by the time we arrived, this unnatural calm had settled on the river. And the next picture will kind of explain more. In the early 60s, the WAC Bennett Dam was constructed. And it started around 62, and before the end of that decade, it basically throttled the Peace River with about 90 million metric tons of earth and rock and everything else. And at the time, it was one of the biggest dams of that kind. To this day, as I noted, we get about a third of our total energy from this river.